Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. Time for some Friday night action. My name is IceColeBrew. I'm going to be a commentator and broadcaster for this evening. Starting off, we have the wonderful matchup of Krusty Crew Gaming Chaos up against Team Skyline Academy. You can see both teams are currently 2-3 on their docket right now, both looking for a chance to finish off the season in a better standing, ideally coming out 3-3 at the end of the day and hopefully making a difference with that goal differential as well. Speaking of goal differential, on that side of Team Skyline Academy, we're going to talk a little bit about how many goals Void and Happy have. They have 16 and 13 apiece, respectively, and they are some of the top players. They're in that top 10 for Ascend Tournament Series at that Pinnacle level as well. And, of course, they cannot get this done without the help from Hydro on the pitch. Now, over on the KCG side, they actually have one of the more accurate shooters on the field. It's going to be Vel. And they're looking for more opportunities to stand out. And while they don't have any top players to look at, you know KCG Chaos, Krusty Crew Gaming are ready to play, getting ready for this one. As I have everyone on the pitch at this point in time, folks, let's go ahead and get this lineup all set, ready to go. This is going to be a best-of-5 series. And, of course, we have the infamous Sporty FC joining the chat. I'm going to quickly try to give you a shout out as we get into this game one action here. Folks, it's going to be such a great time here. We have Sporty FC watching this matchup as well. And who else to expect but the top of the league, Pinnacle League, with Hydro picking up that first goal off the assist from Happy. Great opportunity here. Winner of this matchup will be making it to the top 10 and can play in the final bracket qualifier, with the other team sadly getting knocked out. But it's an even matchup between both of these teams right now. They're both, again, both 2-3. I think a lot of the strength lies on Team Skyline Academy, though. I think Team Skyline does have a stronger position for themselves just based on performance. However, Krusty Crew Gaming is a very scrappy crew, as we got Brock doing a nice little musty to try to set up that challenge. You have Velo on the backfield looking to set up an opportunity. It's going to be a nice little back and forth here. It's going to be a tough matchup overall between the two teams. Ant trying to find a quick shot will be denied here by Just Void, who's going to get cut off that half-court line. Folks, it's been a great day for Rocket League action overall. We also had that last chance qualifier for RLCS. Actually got news that our 100x35 will be making to the top 8 of that bracket as well, and you know they are excited about that. Just like either of these teams will be happy to see that they made top 10 as Ant ties it up 1-1. Beautiful shot and great positioning. Just catch them off guard. Vel with the fake on that nice little Dignitas logo. And just taking that chance to allow them to open themselves up. Vel with that chance to redirect pulls that opposition away from the ball. And now going back in, tied 1-1. Both of these teams just looking to really set their streak going forward. They've had a pretty middling season, and at 2-3, neither team are really happy with their performance, I feel. So going into this final game, going into week 7, both these teams having one bye throughout the season, you know they want to show that they are top 10 contenders. You know they want to break past their opposition. Love that touch from Brock off the backboard. Ant, no boost and no touch as well. Sadly got a restraining order on that ball and could not commit on the conversion. A little bit of back and forth. Be very careful with that position. I lost a series in OT because of my teammates being positioned like that. Velo Cheerio trying to find a chance here. Hasn't really had a spot to shoot yet. Has more been playing the backside. Looking for an upfield to Ant. So far, the entire Chaos roster really struggling to find that momentum going forward. Only finding that one shot past the Hail Mary mark. And now Hydro looking for Just Void. Void dropping this ball towards center. No one's going to be able to pick this one up. Vel passes it down to Happy. Happy knocked away. Brock goes up, but Hydro with the counter drops this one inside. Will bring it back up by 1. That's Hydro now making a strong statement for themselves. Sporty with the insider knowledge of last season as well. KCG making top 4 last season. So a lot of pressure is on them as well. And it could very well be that during the season they just don't perform that well, but they perform well enough to where they can stand out in the playoffs, or they can stand out in the postseason. While Team Skyline Academy have been hitting the books and know how to play best, how to look the best, in my opinion, as we're about to hit 120 seconds with them in the lead for this game 1. Have to be pretty happy with that. Brock, high backboard, tries to find the connection to Velo, but it's going to be a bump in the backfield. Just Void takes out and forcing Velo to have to scramble. Velo not really finding much purchase whenever they are set up for a shot, not really able to confirm on the touch. Makes it a little frustrating for them. And now Chaos on their back foot as well, playing defensively. Happy looking for a pass, but sadly that's just going to meet the Void and sends that ball out to the right wing on the blue pitch. Ant upfield to Bell. Bell, oh, just a bit too late to that touch. That ball's going to be back on the orange side of the pitch. Brock with the counter, drops to Ant. Ant, low touch, tries to get it away to Brock, but Brock can't find that connection to Bell. Just a bit too soft off that post. And plenty of time, plenty of space for Hydro to clear it away. They were 3rd in rankings last season. Tougher team. That makes a lot more sense. As we're heading down to the last minute here, KCG. Open for a moment. It's going to be Ant dropping that ball center. Almost gets through, but Happy's going to feel pretty joyful off that defensive effort. Bit of a backflip. Picking up some pennies. As Val steps back. Brock, dangerous positioning. Ant has to help out. Able to clear the ball away. Brock looks for a moment. Tries to drop this ball down. And it's going to be Ant on the backboard. Hits the crossbar. 20 seconds left to go. Void denies. Out to the corner. 15 seconds left to go. If the Krusty Crew is going to make a difference here, they need to find that pass. Vel will do so. 4 opportunities, unable to find the ball multiple times, but yet on this one, able to send it down center. Hydro isn't prepared, hits it off the bar, and still enough force to go through. Krusty Crew tied up 2-2, 11 seconds left to go. Game 1 still. We could very well go into an OT as Vel's looking for a pass to Brock. Brock tries to set it up for a center. Instead, Brock's going to get knocked back by Ant. Ant just picking him up with the pincers and carrying him away for a second. Instead, we're going to get OT for the first time. Bell taking flight, gets countered by Hydra. I think my server's bugging out here. How are these people getting boost? As Ant drops this ball up and around, sends it down center. Brock drops it down. Ant almost in the upper 90, but Hydro takes it away. Ball towards the net. Brock doesn't have the mass. Hydro is going to flow right through, force that ball through the pressure. And that's going to take game 1 in the favor of Team Skyline Academy. Definitely one of the tougher teams. Sporty has mentioned that KCG Chaos have struggled against, it feels like, and it's been consistent so far. With more shots on their record to 11-6. More than double against Skyline Academy. Skyline Academy just able to play a bit more defensively overall. So going into the next match here, already coming from down under, you know it's a little bit more difficult for KCG Chaos. But going back through their past matches, you also have to have a little bit of hope for them too. They do play well. They are a past top 4 team. Just looking at their past records, they've either gone through with a sweep or they've lost by a sweep. So it's do or die here. They need to break even here on this matchup. Meanwhile, over at Skyline, past 2 matches have been 0-3 and then a 3-0. So they want to try to clean this up as cleanly as humanly possible. Now getting ready for the next matchup here. We're going to go into Forbidden Temple. 5 minutes on the clock. With another chance, KCG Chaos are going to try to break through, but Void is going to crush their hopes and dreams, taking out Ant. Opens up for Hydro. Hydro looking to Happy. Happy on target! Beautiful setup on the play. Just so much space and time. Brock can't catch up in time. And a banger from Hydro makes Happy feel joyful as he sends that ball right down the center line. And of course, folks, I do have to remind you, they do always use the clips from casters and highlight plays from other teams in their promotional material on social media. So if you see a highlight moment, just like that play from Happy and Hydro, please make sure to grab a clip as Void is going to tank this one down center and bring it up 2-0. Looks like they truly are looking for a 3-0 sweep here on the side of Skyline Academy. Beautiful, beautiful setup and a bit of a cluster on that lane too. That's going to be Vel. Bit of a mistake here. Ant forced to put that ball to the side, but Brock can take it. Brock, like the rock he is, sadly is a little bit weak to ground and gets put underground by that demo. It's going to be Hydro. Backboard. Ball down towards Void. Void goes for the ground to air. Doesn't really have the space for a flick. Happy drops it down center. Hydro can't follow through. Brock taken out. It's going to be Hydro once again on the pickup. Gets countered. Can't find the boost either, but it's going to be Void looking for the backboard. Wants another chance. Can't, will sadly be put on hold. Happy just clearing out that back line. Takes out Ant. Vel now lashed back. Not enough to convert for a 3-0 lead, but enough to make Chaos feel pressure. Like that wall dash from Happy. Ant looking for a pass. Vel upfield. They're just looking for some space to breathe. However, the oxygen is just getting a bit too thin for KCG Chaos. However, they might have had a chance. No, Ant tries to put it far side, but Happy, great anticipation. Deny, sends it off to the opposite. Hydro, off towards center, ball in the net. Brock, barely able to scoop it out. Survives another day. Sporty, thank you for the follow. Hydro fires at the net. And it's Void with that pass off the ceiling. Keeps it away from Ant. Vel, unable to clear. Gets caught off like a tee. Beautiful shot from them. Game continues on. As Brock tries to find that upper 90. Gets denied by Hydro. Ball instead heading back to the blue side of the pitch. Brock now in a 1v1. Tries to scoop it out away. Picks up the demo and Happy. Won't be able to get through here. Instead, trying to find a breather. Trying to find some space. It's going to be all Hydro. Taking it far and away. Sends it inside. And now with a 4-0 lead. Especially difficult for these folks to break through for finding their chance. And you know Team Skyline Academy truly want to hit that $300 prize pool for the Pinnacle Cup. As they continue to try to make it into that top 10 for playoffs, Brock tries to drop it down center. That's a pass to Vel. Vel still shooting 100. Will find their second goal here. And we'll at least bring it down to 3. Less than half the game to go so far. Could be enough to mount a 3-goal comeback, but they need to continue that aggression. They need to continue having that pressure on their side. They cannot get caught out by Happy and Hydro, just getting demos left and right. They can't get stuck in the Void. Ball dropped down center. Void pops it up back towards half court. Ant grows some wings, takes flight, can't pass the water wings of Hydro. Bell, though, takes the ball down under. Ant drops it down center, but Void comes in, clears it. Bell off the right wing. Going to try and find a back pass. Won't be able to pick this one up. Has to step back. It's going to be towards center for Brock. Brock onto the backboard. Can't find purchase here. Going to be Happy avoiding the ball, just trying to clear space for Void. Hydro drops it down. Happy takes out Brock. Game a keep away for Skyline Academy right now. They continue. Try and find space. Void's just a bit faster, and that much more boost made the difference, too. As Brock is forced to 50, 75 seconds left to go. Not a lot of hope left for this team. Almost barred down and in, but Brock clears it and saves them. Just a slight reprieve. Void upfield to Happy. Happy misses out. Can't get the demo either. But Hydro bumped by Brock. Bumped away. Sends that ball up high. Happy with the negative angle. Can't find it, but Void will. Beautiful fake by Happy. Just enough to make Vel believe they're going for the double tap. In fact, confirms contact. Denies that chance. But it's the Void coming through. Able to follow up and set up for that goal. Now we have a 4-goal difference. It truly looks like KCG Chaos will need to do the impossible here and find a reverse sweep. As we get ready for Game 3, 40 seconds left to go. Every goal here is momentum for the next. Rock clears the ball upfield, gets denied by Void, who was hanging from the ceiling. Doing his best Spider-Man impression. Happy gets bumped out by Hydro and Ant. Ant's going to drop this one down center. And it's a fortunate break, but that bump and cluster, the team bumps between Happy and Hydro, just provided Ant a chance to drop that ball down center. Season on the line for Chaos indeed. They are going to need to find a reverse sweep. And it's going to be difficult to do so. If I were them, I would take this whole 60 seconds trying to figure out a game plan and just communicate with each other. Try to find where you can create space left and right. Ball drop down. Going to be Vel. Sent it down center. And Skyline Academy taking game 2 at 2-5 now. The biggest aspect I've been seeing is the bumps and demos. They've been losing boost throughout the entire fight, and it has not been kind to them. It's been a struggle for them to find some sort of offense, especially in this game, just because it's been so difficult for them to breathe. They get caught up in their corners, and then when they try to make a play, they get caught in a cluster where they're just playing too close, and it overwhelms, and then ball bounces off their backboard and gets tapped back in. So with that in mind, we're going to go into, they're ready to go. Most of these teams I know of, they all want to just immediately pop back into that next game. They want to keep the flow going. They want to try and find that momentum in the moment. And that could be the answer KCG Chaos needs. However, going into this next game, they just need to be a little bit faster. They need to be anticipatory. They need to be prepared for what Team Skyline Academy is going to throw at them. And so far, it's been double taps, backboard plays, and general confusion and frustration as they can't find space of their own. Low on boost now. It's going to be Void trying to find clearance, but it's going to be a block into Hydro, who will send it back home. First goal once again to Team Skyline Academy. They have scored the first goal every single game, and so far it means that they will convert into a win. They've only picked up a 5-game series in the first couple weeks, not counting the bye week they had in week 2. And that has been a world of difference for their momentum, because every other game has either been 0-3 or 3-0. Looking for a 3-0 now. That would be huge for their momentum going into that top 10. On the opposite side, Chaos, very much not used to fighting from below here. When they lose hard, and they do not want to get caught in a sweep. They do not want to go quietly into the night. They want to force that Game 5 situation. Brock with that touch, tries to keep it away from Hydro, but Unfortunately, keeps it away from Vel as well. I can also see why Vel has been shooting 100 at the moment in time. Once they get a touch, it's a sure thing for it to go inside. Ant tries to fire down middle, but Hydro's waiting right behind Void. Using the cover of his teammate in order to convert. But now Vel with that opening, soft touch. No one's around. It will convert. Tie it up 1-1. Void was the last one back, just a bit too soft on the touch. And I believe Hydro was upfield being prepared for the upfield pass. Sadly, just too soft of a touch from Void means that Ant can find Vel. And now Brock trying to get that ball down inside. Close pinch will not fall through. Off on the backboard. Vel touches it once more. Tries to get a back pass. Brock has space. He might have time. Takes flight. No, happy with the anticipation. Just able to predict that that ball was going to go up high and denies that airspace. Immediately comes in as air traffic control and denies clearance. Well, another chance ball high off the backboard. Brock can't get through Hydro. Redirect over to Happy. Now Hydro off the right post will not go through. Vel fakes out Void now in a 1v1 against Happy with Hydro in the background. Can Ant beat Hydro? Looking for that upper 90, won't go through. This would be, if they got the goal here, it'd be Chaos' first time picking up the lead. Ant takes that ball out. Just providing space. Vel able to get that corner boost, tries to clear it. Fakes out Hydro, but Void's going to take over. Bit of miscommunication on that play. Brock taking flight. He's looking for a double tap, but will be denied the backboard. It's going to go back to Ant, who's looking for a center. Void still keeping the ball up high. Flip reset. A little bit too weak. Hydro wall dashing away, trying to get a little bit more momentum than Vel. Vel, rare miss on the play. I think that's their first miss out of the 4 shots they've had. Ant, Hail Mary off to the left side of the post. Brock with a low kill. Can't follow through, though. No chance of recovery. Happy to Vel. Void. Backboard. Waterfall down. Ant with the clear. It's too far away for a pickup. Too close to really count either. Brock gets challenged. That's an upper 90. Denied by the goalpost. Brock. Down center line. Challenged by Happy. Gets at 50. Vel can get this ball, but it's going to be Ant, who's on no boost in the tank. Redirect by Brock. Vel just didn't like the look. Had to give it over to Ant, but Ant, if he had just some gas in the tank, instead, he's out in the middle of the highway. Stranded, having to make a run to the local target, hoping to pick something up. It's going to be Brock sending that ball upfield. It's 60 seconds left to go. Tie game at the moment. Could be a next goal wins moment, regardless of what team does so. Will KCG Chaos go quietly into the night, nary a whisper to mutter their name? Or will Team Skyline Academy be unable to convert on this run and have to mentally reset, try to calm themselves down, try to find a moment? It's Brock off the backboard. Vel drops the ball down. Void. No one around. Just the quiet emptiness of space as he tries to flick that ball down center and then decides to take out Ant. Ant spawning on the left side could have been a horrible situation for the team. But instead, it's fortunate as Ant gets set up for the pass, drives it right down the center. Beautiful pass from Brock, and look at that speed, look at that momentum, 86 miles per hour. Happy, I'm sorry, no matter how quick you are not catching up to that one. 12 seconds left to go, just need to keep a concentrated defensive effort. If you are KCG Chaos, Happy, last one back, pops it up. Void tries to get the pinch. Instead, that ball's towards the net. Pops up high. Brock was hoping for a double tap. Instead, it's Hydro Sends that off to the left wing. Ant's going to force it to ground, and that's going to be game 3. KCG Chaos, stay alive. Rare situation for both these teams where it will not be a clean sweep. I think Team Skyline Academy really needed that sweep. Now it's uncharted territory for KCG Chaos. They have finally found a Game 4 for the very first time in this entire season for themselves. So, as we move on to Sovereign Heights, they have to ask the question, can they continue this momentum? Will they be able to continue to find passes for each other? Because that has been the biggest perk of their offense right now, especially with Brock setting up and orchestrating said offense. He's been playing high pressure, playing that space, trying to set up left and right, trying to throw that ball off just enough to where Skyline Academy will end up overexerting themselves, getting a little bit too anxious and being in the wrong position at the wrong time. It happened with that shot from Velacherio. But in the case of Brock to that Ant, and that connection, it was just speed, anticipation, and chemistry. And a beautiful touch on that hitbox, too, from Ant. Just finding that perfect moment to pinch that ball down and send it off and away. That's exactly what they needed for that momentum. This is exactly that shift that's going to make that difference on whether or not they become part of that top 10. As we go into Game 4 now on Sovereign Heights, Ant's going to pick up this ball, finds the opening, ball off the backboard, and double taps it down. And what a start for KCG Chaos. First time they pick up the goal to start the game, and so quickly, too. Someone please clip that for me. 5 seconds in, already picking up the first goal. KCG Chaos have the momentum behind them. Happy tries to get a flick off, but it will drop the ball down. Brock going for the redirect, won't be able to pick this ball up. Instead, it's just Void. Down towards center, Ant. Lucky break, hits off the right goalpost, sends it off and away. Brock pops it up. After that demo, now looking for a goal for himself. Tries to find a connection with Velo. Another miss, denied by Void on this one. Ant pops up. Velacherio. Can't find it. Brock to Ant. Just a bit of space, that's all they need right now. The time to recover, grab some boost. Hydro picks up the corner. Countered by Ant. Brock in position, but Void cuts him down. Velo over to Ant. Ant just trying to get the scoop, but sadly doesn't have the credentials. Can't get out of that corner. Ant looking for a moment. And be Velacherio. Pop up high, down center. Can Ant find the touch? And it's a squishy save from Hydro. Able to clear that ball away. Clips it just enough for Happy to pick it up off the ceiling. Happy brings it down low, but it's just a bit too high of a bounce. Instead, ball dropped down center. Velacherio denied by Hydro on that boost. It's going to be Ant playing the corner. 2 of the orange on that side. Brock denied. Void off the wall. Just looking for a chance. A little bit of hesitation on that side from KCG Chaos, and that's going to cost him with that demo. Don't really want to get too in the face on that sidewall. Don't want to give up that space. Brock was looking for a ground pinch. Instead, it's Ant looking for a center. Can Vel get there in time? Upper 90 hits the crossbar and just rattles out. Hydro fires towards the net. Brock, soft touch, goes to follow up, but just a bit too far away. And Sporty, I think Ant would love to be a part of that next season announcement based off that double tap he had at the beginning of this game. Ooh, Velo. Just a bit too early. Sails right past the ball before it's even within the crosshairs. But it's probably trying to just outplay that defender, that mark that they had on them. Void looking for a pinch down in from the crossbar. Can't follow through, though. Great backboard defense from KCG Chaos as Brock is playing the backboard. Now out of the corner. Tries to get one more touch. That's going far side to Vel. Void off to the right. Tries to keep it in line for his team. It's Ant with the opening and a nice pinch on the ground, puts enough or momentum and scoops it out. Just finds that right angle to send it in. Ant brings the team up by 2. KCG Chaos are looking for a game 5 now with less than 2 minutes to go, with 112 seconds left to go. You know they want that game 5. You know they want to be on Champions Field. You know they want that spot at top 10 for that last chance qualifier. More importantly, they want a bit of that $300 prize pool. Void able to find some assistance. Hydro uses Hydro Pump, and it's super effective on that defensive effort. Vel just gets caught in the blast. And Void comes up for the follow-up attack. 90 seconds left to go. Do not lose out here, KCG Chaos. Signs of life on that Skyline Academy offense. And it's been what helped them out in Game 1 and Game 2. Those demo plays made the difference. Ball dropped down. That's going to go down center. Hydrosin with the save. Vel with the demo on Void in the background. Prevents any chance. But Vel's out of position. Low boost still makes the save. 60 seconds left to go. Void looking for a connection. Won't find it. It's a bit too far. The long distance charges are just a bit too expensive. So Vel will block the call. 50 seconds left to go. Ant last one back. Denies. Over to Ant once more off the wall. And with that bump from Vel provides the opening they need. They have a 2-goal difference once again. Course will look again. Vel catching the Void and sending him into the nethers. Beautiful set up from Velacherio. And that's why I do love Krusty Crew Gaming. They may not be one of those top 10 players. They may not be a team you truly expect. They may have been fighting from down below. But they are giving everything they've got in this series. They want to make it into top 10. Vel just a bit outside. It's bumped out by Hydro. 25 seconds left to go. Skyline Academy need to start focusing on their offense. They're looking for a pass. Happy's in position. Ant, though, will find just enough force to clear. Void denied, but Happy with the follow-through. Vel with the dunk. 10 seconds left. Skyline Academy will be denied the save. Brock catches it off guard. Probably wasn't even looking at the ball, just looking at where that defender was. Catches him off guard. Void wasn't ready for Brock to get in the way. Game 4 is going to go in favor of KCG Chaos. Team Skyline Academy aren't happy about this. They needed a sweep here. Chaos, again, unfamiliar territory. Can they close out? Can they get themselves to that chance at the qualifiers? Beautiful series for them. Reminiscent of Game 2, but in reverse. And looking for a reverse sweep. You are correct, Sporty FC. And they are still playing highly aggressive, too. They are putting shots on net, and they're adding that pressure more and more to Skyline Academy, making it more and more difficult for them to try and find that sanctuary, that safety. They can't find those upfield passes like they wanted to in the Game 1, Game 2. They can't find that momentum that they had in the beginning. They can't really find any bumps and demos. KCG has been doing a great job of avoiding them. I'm going to check their Discord real quick, make sure I haven't gotten a message from them yet. But now, we have a chance here for a reverse sweep for KCG Chaos. As I put the ban on the botter. Never change, Twitch. Never change. Had someone get disconnected here. There we are. As my camera is out of position here. But it's okay, folks. We're heading into Game 5 now for the Ascend Tournament Series Pinnacle Cup Week 7. KCG Chaos looking for a reverse sweep. $300 on the line at the end of the season. You know, all 4 players of KCG Chaos want their cut, but so does Team Skyline Academy. Academy trying to break away from what the past 2 games have been. I think if they get that first goal, that will be so important for that momentum, for that mentality. They did pick up the last goal in Game 4. It was off the bumps and demos that they've utilized in order to convert previously. And because they caught Vel off guard, being the last one back as well. Ball. Still on that blue side of the pitch. Brock is getting choked out, and Vel both on the same side. Vel wants to get the touch. Happy's going to pop that one up high. Instead, Hydro looking to defend. Ant, though, trying to find a center. Scrambling for a corner play. Won't be able to break through on this run. It's going to be KCG Chaos now on the recovery. Ball towards center. Ant gets bumped out. Happy with the first goal. Taking that top 10. Taking that first goal, I mean. Sorry about that. Now, Skyline Academy, if they can just maintain focus, if they can get those bumps like they did just now, that momentum will help their offense so much. At least train their opposition to be prepared for the demos and then fake them out for it. Ant denies on that left goalpost. Ant looking for an upfield. Void denies off the sidewall. With Happy in the way and Void on that demo in the back court, Brock needs to get a flick. Trying to find Ant. Ant looks for the right shot, but gets denied. Vel, though. Screamer up into the ceiling, but it's enough to put it center. Can Ant get there in time? No. Ball denied. Vel, last one back. Has to avoid the bump from Void. But Happy on the crossbar. Denied. And with Ant sending that ball down center, just a bit of a breakdown on that final moment. Void just hit that ball a bit too far. Hydro wanted it up high. Happy was ready to break away. It had to scramble. Tied at 1-1, KCG Chaos. Back in a position they were in for Game 3. So far, the game has been 50-50, has been just 67% of the times. Skyline Academy, if they score first, they close out the game in their favor. Meanwhile, KCG Chaos are looking to shift that momentum. This is going to be their first 5-game series of the season, and what a way for them to end this 7-week period for the Pinnacle Cup. And it will be well-earned, too. It will get them that spot in top 10. It will give them that momentum and focus they need to fight these top-tier challengers that they have to go up against. As Ant will find the top shelf off the pass from Brock. Great sidewall play from Brock. Gets it out of the corner, takes it out of reach of Void. Happy, low boost, goes up to challenge. Hydro caught in the back of the net, wasn't ready for it. And now KCG Chaos with 118 seconds left to go. Just need to hold this momentum going forward. They're looking for another pass, but with Happy pitting Brock, Hydra's going to be able to clear this one out and sends it off to the blue side of the pitch. Ball upfield. Bell tries to drop it down. Brock just a bit too high. Right spot to be, just sadly popped it up a bit too far, a bit too high, and a bit too much. Lucky break for Skyline. They did not want to go down to a 2-goal deficit. They want to be on this last shot moment. They want to find a tie here. And if not, force a goal to go. Hydro going for the bump, but Brock with the recovery comes in from the backcourt. And Bevel. 60 seconds left to go. Ant has that open net and will drop it down. Ant has stood up for the hat trick. And a beautiful 1-2-3 from KCG Chaos. Krusty Crew Gaming making the owner proud with that play. You know Krusty is happy with how their team has performed so far. Vel off the left post goes to pick up the side boost. Off kickoff, Vel comes out, just barely able to pick up that save. It's 45 seconds left to go. And looking for another goal, sent it down center. Solo play on this act. MVP of the moment, Ant has kept them alive from game 3 onward and has not given up yet. $43 seconds left to go. They have 10 seconds to tie up the game if they pick up 10 seconds of goal for Skyline Academy. Hydro drops that ball center. It will not connect with Happy, though. But Void takes flight, uses the flip, gets the flip reset. Ant saves. Ant, truly the MVP of the series, in my opinion, has done everything they can in order to keep this team alive, and now it's going to lock it in. They are going to be one of the top 10 contenders for the Pinnacle Cup last minute qualifier. 4-goal difference, 12 seconds left. That is it. Reverse sweep achieved for the final bracket qualifier. That ball heading towards the net. Happy's going to get a free goal here. Just bringing it a little close, but will never be close enough. Even at 1 second of goal, they will not make it in time. Krusty Crew Gaming are part of your top 10 for the final bracket qualifier. They have a chance. They will end this season 3-3, hitting a 5-game series and achieving a reverse sweep in order to convert the series. Beautiful way to end the season as well. Make it to the second time that they've hit the postseason bracket too. They're going to be able to play for that Pinnacle Cup. They want to proceed on to playoffs on August 16th, August 17th. And they've done so well to get to this point. With that in mind, folks, I'm going to get ready for my next matchup. Congratulations to Krusty Crew Gaming Chaos for achieving a reverse sweep. What a beautiful run for them against a very tough team. It cannot be understated how Hydro, Happy, and Void are great players who have worked mechanically together so well. Again, top 10 on the goal total per the season. Void with 16, Happy with 13. Assists on Hydro at 13, tied for third, really. But now, Skyline Academy will close out this season. Better luck next time as Krusty Crew Gaming will move on. Folks, we got one more series tonight. We are heading up to a different league. We will be checking out Cross Progression League, sponsored by Boost Over Ball and T-Shot Gaming. It's going to be another Krusty Crew team, Krusty Crew Gaming, Pandas, and Smokey, up against Acid Paradox. That will be going live in 15 minutes. In the meantime, though, if you are here on Twitch, thank you so much for joining us for this matchup. And please, if you watching this on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. I would appreciate it. Make sure to comment, share that video, and go back and grab some clips too, because these teams deserve to be highlighted and showcased for the amazing talent we've just got to see. And of course, if you want to reach out to me, you can always follow me on my socials, !socials in the Twitch chat, or down below at the linktree.ee/IceColeBrew. And of course, I do have to give a shout out to Christopher Escalante for the beautiful music you are hearing in the background, folks. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I'll be back live again in about 15 minutes, so I will see you all soon. Thank you.